Joined by consultant and Michael Jackson biographer, J. Randy Taraborrelli. He's joining us this morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
How badly did he need the money? Was that what was driving this tour?
You know, I have to say, obviously he needed the money badly, but Michael Jackson never really did anything, for monetary purposes. He just wasn't the kind of person to take a look at a bad financial situation and make a decision to do something about it. That's how he got into the bad financial situation. He was doing these concerts really because he wanted his kids to see him perform.
But the cold hard facts were that some people say he was upwards of $400 million in debt. Was he that disconnected from reality? What was his existence like?
Well, you know, the difference between a couple $100 million here and a couple $100 million there for Michael Jackson didn't really make much difference. I mean, he lived a very extravagant lifestyle. He lived like a king. He was used to living like a king, and there was always enough money for Michael Jackson to do what he wanted to do with it. So he never really had concerns about finances. His advisors, of course, the people who actually were responsible for doing these figures, were always concerned. They tried to reason with Michael and tried to tell him that you're in trouble, but it didn't really make an impact on him. He really didn't have those kinds of financial worries, especially after the trial.
Now, Randy, we've heard so many different things from different commentators. Some have said this is an absolute shock. I'm stunned. A lot of people, though, have said, you know what? I expected this would be the end. Where do you fit? You know him perhaps better than most other people as a lifetime biographer.
I think this is a shock, you know, but obviously he was in poor health for many years. I'm happy when I think about the last 4 years of his life since the trial in Santa Maria that we covered, the molestation trial, because I think he found a sense of peace in the last 4 years. He reprioritized his life so that his concerns weren't about his career and weren't about money, but were mostly about his family and his children. So he had that time in the last 4 years to really devote himself to his kids, and I'm happy to see that that became his focus in recent years.
But his legacy will always have an asterisk. Is that fair to say?
I don't know. I mean, time will tell as the pages of history turn, whether we will think of Michael Jackson the way that he would want us to think of him as the king of pop, or whether he will have, the asterisks that you talk about having to do with child molestation and all the scandal. I personally think that the music will prevail.
J. Randy Taraborrelli, thank you so much, Taraborrelli. I appreciate you being here with us this morning.